the reigning, defending, undefeated WBC Cruiserweight Champion of the world, Mairis Briedis. Here he is, the skilled and decorated, undefeated WBO Cruiserweight Champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk.
I want to caution to keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck, touch them up.
So here we go then, the first of a scheduled 12 3-minute rounds in this unification face-off. The WBO champion, Oleksandr Usyk, making the second defense of his WBC title tonight. Oleksandr Usyk, of course, such huge pedigree, Olympic champion, world champion, European champion. And he's being cheered on enthusiastically. Briedis, but again, Usyk behind a rapid right jab that he's rifling out. Such an adept combination puncher, good single straight from Briedis. And what an opening round we have here, just beyond the midcourt. And Briedis really be inspired by that. That's just reinforcing that fact by tapping the protective cup beneath his trunks. Left jab once again, straight between the high-held hands, and a hard left hand to Usyk. Such a wonderful mover with his feet and from the waist. In this unification Cruiserweight bout. Well, some of the action from what was a terrific opening round. Briedis, Bayliss intimating that he's to keep it up. The southpaw and orthodox fighters, heads coming together. In 3 minutes, finding his range immediately. Black trunks trimmed with red. He's just taken a stiff right jab from Oleksandr Usyk. Mairis Briedis, the nation's favorite fighting son, is their first and only actually stepping on the left leg, on the left foot of Usyk. Usyk with just taken a stiff right hand, and there's a mark beneath his right eye. Good right hand over the top from Briedis, and Usyk's tucking up, just allowing, hoping that this storm will... But Briedis producing an inspired performance against a man who has far more experience than he. But back comes Usyk now, snaking a southpaw left through the guard. Both men have prepared diligently, an exchange of jabs in a contest with Briedis left what he called the beautiful nature of a Latvian winter to set up camp in. Usyk remained in his hometown, and this is shaping up to be the contest. Everyone had one to the head, one to the body. Back comes Usyk with a right hook. Terrific punch picking from both men. Briedis intent to get onto the front foot. Usyk affair between operators of the highest order. Good right hook behind the WBC champ. Back comes Usyk now onto the front foot behind a southpaw right of his own. And Briedis give and take because both men are working on their defense as well, but an uppercut success on the inside from Briedis. Hook around the corner. Fusillade of punches coming from the WBC champ. Terrific second round, and the bell hasn't been heard. The men continue to exchange punches.
Одного мало. Понял, ты голову поднимает руку. Ты в живот голову и сразу смещайся. Не оставайся там. Он отвечает сразу же тебе. Сразу. Ты завис, он тебе ответит. Он за тебя
Fantastic combination from Oleksandr Usyk. Seeing his success straight away. And make no mistake, he enjoyed plenty of success of his own during this semi-final action in the Cruiserweight division. That a winner, in this particular contest, is Daniel van der Velde a winner. Then a countback system will be employed, and the countback system incentivizes the fighters to finish strong as Briedis lands with a good right hand to the body on his right jab once again. But the countback system is to encourage the fighters to finish strong as Usyk scores with a terrific just over the finish line. Feeling that they have the fight won. From Briedis. Those are these men called in young, hungry fighters to scores with the right hook around the corner. The heads came together there. And that's why Usyk is rubbing and he has used skill to box his way to clear victories in his perfect ledger of 13 fights without defeat. This is absolutely terrific stuff. And given that it is being contested at such a high level, could well play a role in this. Who will have the capacity to turn? Good left jab from Briedis, but then a jolting southpaw left. Follow-up fell short. Terrific action continues through the third round. Well, that's where the heads came together. Kenny Bayliss was sustained by Oleksandr Usyk, bleeding. And he would have had 60 seconds to work on it. Of that title that he won from Krzysztof Glowacki back in September 20. Significant cruiserweight bout since David Haye and Enzo Maccarinelli came together, and Usyk is hurt, got in a tangle on the ropes. Just mentioning that David Haye and Enzo Maccarinelli came together at the O2 Arena in March of 2008. That one was staged at 2 p.m. local time to accommodate worldwide television, particularly interest from the United States of America. This one, such is the interest in this cruiserweight unification bid so far. Good right hand to the body. Usyk tries to respond with a southpaw left. Then a good two-shot salvo at mid-range from Briedis. Usyk being forced backwards, but now plants his feet and tries to force Briedis back up. Kept on pouring forwards, driving WBC champion. Usyk perhaps mindful of the fact that Briedis had... And the capacity crowd here he's surrounded by Ukraine. The biggest fight of his career to date. Vladimir Klitschko's in the house. Throughout his training camp, and Usyk is often Lomachenko's father has been a big punch picker, but his fighting quality is being put to the test here tonight against Mairis Briedis. Fantastic round in the fourth once again. This is where the legs got tangled up. And just for a moment, top rope caught beneath his left elbow. But then at mid-range, Briedis with some terrific punch picking. Hooks behind the gloves of Usyk, who was forced to cover up his training camp. Employed some UK sparring partners. Undefeated cruiserweight prospects, Mikel Lawal, fellow unbeaten cruiserweight boxer in just a couple of weeks, and this is a strong portion of the round for Mairis Briedis. Usyk spending an awful lot of time covering up, trying to repel these attacks. He comes back with a left uppercut of his own, but it's single shots in reply. These men have healthy stoppage ratios in their perfect ledgers to this. Behind a left jab, getting onto a right jab, getting onto the front foot, and picking his punches very well. Briedis with blood smearing around his face now, just being made to be a little bit uncomfortable. Usyk inspired by... Usyk trying to bob and weave, gets through with a good straight right jab once again, which drives Briedis backwards. Significant moment in this contest because Briedis has been made to be uncomfortable. And Usyk is increasing the tempo. Now, success from Usyk. How badly damaged is he? He's just taken another right jab right in that region. Good Briedis onto the back foot, more than we've seen him at any point. Then a straight left drives him backwards once again. He's trying to fight back with the inconvenience of a damaged nose. Here Usyk once again. Briedis being driven, continually bound, but he's certainly coming out second best in these exchanges of this fifth round. He spits a fleck of blood, and his head is buffeted by two shots. It was a fantastic round, particularly for Oleksandr Usyk. Vladimir Klitschko, his compatriot, Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk damaged the nose of Briedis in that fifth round. One wonders how significant that was in him electing to box on the back foot And while he was doing so, World Boxing Super Series, and Oleksandr Usyk had begun this sixth frame in aggressive mood once again, looking to build on the momentum that he had. Nicky Nielsen, the cruiserweight contender out of Denmark, a training camp where he was isolated away from his family for some 12 for this unification bout. Sundays was the only day of rest as Usyk gets through with a good run of some of the all-time great fighters of the... But Usyk of the WBC champion. Even though to the fifth, Usyk still having success, driving Briedis backwards, and he wrestles Usyk down to the canvas. Kenny Bayliss immediately intimating. Good. Not always of the verbal variety, just nodding as if to lose his balance. Partially blocked by the glove, but those two words, right hook, left hook success behind the gloves of Oleksandr Usyk. He's trying to get his own. A good shot from Usyk onto the front foot once again. Upper has sounded. Straight shot success for both men. The more forceful was from... Sent Briedis, sent Usyk down to the canvas. Same incident from another angle, but this contest utterly taking place in Jeddah in May. What a set. The KO doctor, Uniate makes for remarkable reading. 83 victories, no defeat. And he's looking really rhythmic tonight, trying to dig in a hard left hook, but it was blocked effectively by the guard. Oh, Briedis targeting the body effectively as well. Trying to bring enough suit of his man. Briedis breathing through an open Marco hook. In defending that. And both men still operating at an incredibly high level of skill and concentration. Into the second half, it is utterly absorbing. And everything we would expect. Usyk willingly conceding that this is the biggest fight of his career as he lands with a good left hand which drives Briedis backwards. Briedis becoming a little bit wide of the ring. Usyk now looking to take once again. Briedis, how badly shaken up was he by that left hand success enjoyed by Usyk. There's a left hand success once again for the... It was a good left hand from Usyk, and then Briedis slammed his motor into reverse of that round. Into round 8 of what has been an absolutely fascinating fight to this point. With rather cryptic, which some enterprising creators can see Usyk going through his paces with that phrase repeated over and over, but rather more expansively he says that he loves the colour green and he's aiming to grab success in response from Usyk. There's another pecking, poking lead right. Briedis backwards once again. Briedis just stands his ground momentarily, gets through with the left, and the crowd here trying to encourage. Well, I feel that their support is being drowned out. Rights of instincts about them. Usyk bobbing and weaving, causing a lot of these shots to go over his shoulder. And he acknowledged that, walking down Briedis. And remember, for some judges, you've got two Americans, two Canadians and an American scoring this one as Briedis scores with a good single success. That effective aggression is often favoured. And for the majority of that round, some of the action from Usyk. Always looking to set up his offense. Find that jab. Absolutely nothing in it from my vantage point. He less on the front foot now as the two men fight for prime real estate in the sentiment that he usually employs to such terrific effect, as though moving a large portions of this contest. Oh, and showing any signs of cracking to this point in the contest. Usyk said that he was aware of the responsibility around the corner. said that he was aware of the responsibility that comes with being such a standard bearer for Latvian boxing. He lost his footing. The two men standing within punching range. Look at this. Usyk coming forward in a straight line, still bobbing and weaving, still working that right hand, and follows up with a pile-driving left cross. Briedis working behind his straight left. Good two-shot salvo from him. Same best from Briedis. But Usyk proving impossible to discourage. Continuing to work his way forwards. Ukrainian WBO champ. Round. And this round has been typical of what we've witnessed to this point. Nose of Briedis beginning to leak once again after it was damaged in round 5. Corner did a terrific job staunching the... Oh, cracking right uppercut from Briedis. And the impossible to discourage steps right back into the fray and goes in pursuit of his man. Fantastic. 10th round, both boxers were up off their stools, ready for to that front foot to walk his man down once again. The role that he took part in was terrific, and he's been sent well wishes all week from his former colleagues in the Latvian police force. Usyk working behind the left. Good left cross from it, barely blinked and got back into his boxing stance immediately. Absolutely terrific, admirable in the way that they're able to. Good right hand on the in from Briedis. Pecking behind the left jab, still breathing through an open. Well, if this contest continues in this manner, put into play for the first time in the World Boxing Super Series here, mark from Briedis, because this contest is on a knife edge. Be contested. Good right hand to the body from Briedis. Both Usyk and Kenny Bayliss intimating that he's to keep the punches up. Good right jab from Usyk, same shot, but Briedis got beyond punching range. He comes back with a straight shot of his own. Good right hand from Usyk, drives Briedis backwards. Briedis then scores with a good 1-2 salvo. Absolutely terrific action between two highly skilled operators. And again, you have to really crane your neck to hear the bell to end that 10th round. Over in that blue corner.
2 rounds! You need 2 rounds, okay?
Semi-final action in the World Boxing Super Series. Oleksandr Usyk, the WBO champion, making the 4th defense of his crown, the tournament #1 seed. Unless, of course, it is a draw on the scorecard, the draw will go onto the fighters' records, but somebody with belt, the declared winner, will go through to the final fighter. That scenario notwithstanding, will hold all 4 belts. All 3 belts for the WBO became widely recognized in body. I believe the only sanctioning body to recognize the Cruiserweight division, but it will conclude. Somebody is likely to come away with all 4 championship belts. With a firing line tucking up tightly as each man look to find a home for their punches. Good belt line now. And this is absolutely absorbing to watch here at the Riga Arena. Both boxers still full of fight. Their thought process is still sharp. Look at the exchange of backhands in that coming together. Usyk scored first. Shot from Usyk, didn't really put much on it, but it was a scoring shot. Both boxers letting their hands go furiously. Neither really found a mark during that fusillade, but that left cross most certain.
Внимательно, бей, не оставайся, он отвечает. Ты попадал, он отвечает. Притягивай, и сразу заходи.
For grabs, whoever wins this 12th round could... Both men again were up. Identical numbers in terms of 12 rounders contested. They've contested the 12th rounder. Each man has gone the 12 rounders for that juncture tonight. As Usyk looking for some quality in this final round. Hand behind the left glove of Usyk. Usyk comes back with a fusillade of punches where he tried to go to the body. And both have tried to save himself now, or set himself up as we go into the final minute. Good right hand from Briedis, and another shot from the... And now he sets himself for what is surely going to be the final roll of the dice. Victory in pursuit of the championship that the other one has, in pursuit of a place in the final of the Muhammad Ali Trophy. As Briedis of heart and desire and will fully on display here between these two athletes with perfect records, and still both men punching right up until the final bell. What a fantastic contest we have just witnessed in the Cruiserweight division.
And now, he is the WBC and WBO Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Oleksandr Usyk.
Oleksandr Usyk is the new unified Cruiserweight Champion of the World.